everybody, Manny Moumdjian here with Easy Choice Financial. I hope you're well. Today we're going to talk about the differences between credit counseling, debt consolidation, debt settlement, and credit repair. Okay? It's very confusing to the consumer that does different types of work on a daily basis. Basically, if you're not a credit expert or you don't understand credit very well, you might confuse a lot of things. Like, for instance, a lot of people think that debt consolidation and credit counseling are the same thing. Debt settlement, credit counseling, same thing. People think that doing debt consolidation or credit counseling is actually credit repair as well. So there's a lot of misconceptions there. And why we're doing this video is to have you be more clear on what the differences are. First of all, we'll talk about credit counseling. There's nonprofit credit counseling services out there that you can go to called CCC. Okay, you could look them up. What they do is they just consult you on your credit, letting you know where you stand, kind of what you can do to better your credit. The information they give you is good information, but guess what? As a credit repair company, we're also credit counselors, we're credit experts. So we're going to give you your counseling on your credit free of charge within our service, okay? So let's say that you go and you get counseled on your credit. Now, having all that information, you still got to do all the work, okay? So a lot of people don't have the time to do the work. And that's why we're here as a professional credit restoration company that will not only counsel you on your credit, letting you know where you stand, but we'll break it down for you where it's really understandable because it's not your everyday thing, knowing about credit. So doing that, you're going to have all the clear ideas of what is going to happen with your credit, what our services entail, before you even get started, okay? But let's talk about debt consolidation. Debt consolidation is totally different. It's a company where they look at all your debts, all your credit card debt, whatever, furniture stores, gasoline, credit cards, whatever they can get, they put them all together in basically one loan. That's what they say, debt consolidation, right? Consolidate all your debt. But however, that's not what's happening these days. What they're doing is they're telling the consumer that yes, it's good for your credit, it's going to repair your credit. Not true, okay? It's not going to repair your credit, it's going to make it a mess. And I'm going to give you a reason why. If you have $20,000 to $50,000 in credit card debt, that means you have it spread with different types of credit cards. Let's just say that you had 5 different credit cards and you owed $50,000 total, $10,000 on each one. So they build a trust for you where you have to give them some money in the beginning. They set up a trust account. As they build it up where you're making payments that are affordable to you, your payments are not $10,000 a month. So they might be only $200 a month where you can afford it. It might take you 2 years just to settle one of the credit cards. But what's happening meanwhile? Those credit cards, the history of it is late charge off. They're coming after you. They want to sue you. I mean, a lot of stuff is happening to you during that process. So let's say you go through and you settle one of them. Well, you still got 4 other ones that you haven't settled yet. And they're probably already attempting to come after and sue you because they have so many years to come after you within the statute of limitations in your state. I'm not an attorney, I can't give you legal advice, but if you look up the statute of limitations in your state, you'll find out in what range they're going to come after you, all right? So the other thing is credit repair. We're going to look for errors in your credit report because humans make errors, unfortunately, all right? Especially when it comes to the credit bureaus, the data people that put in the information, whether they're in this country or in India or the Philippines or in Chile, wherever they are, they're going to make errors, okay? People do have bad days sometimes and they're not always going to be focused. So those errors is what we're looking at, and we're betting on that every credit report may have errors. And most of our clients, majority of them, have errors in their credit reports. Even clients that have perfect credit have errors in their credit reports. And errors could be anything. It could be your names, your addresses, your date of birth. It could be the amounts that you owe. It could be the limits that you have, the date it was open, when was the last activity date. There's so many different things that we look for as credit experts. So now, let's say we were able to get something removed from the credit bureaus that you owed, but because it was an error, we're going to dispute the error, having them update and correct the information. If they don't do that, then they're in violations of your Fair Credit Reporting Act rights, okay? And we know that collectors, they have their own rights, but the consumers have a lot of rights out there. So we go after them for what your rights are. We protect you as the consumer. So the difference is, if you are, let's say, an x-ray technician, or you're a medical assistant, or you just work for someone and you don't know about credit, please seek professional help. Because sometimes doing things on your own, thinking that you know about credit, you might end up hurting your credit, all right? So debt consolidation, you know how that works. They settle your debts one debt at a time, unless you're paying big chunks of money. But I look at it this way: if you're able to pay big chunks of money, then you don't need the debt consolidation company. You can negotiate the debt on your own. If you ever thought you just want to negotiate a debt on your own, you can simply call the credit card holder or the people that they sold it to, like the collection agency, and you can settle with them directly. But beware of one thing: a settlement is also a negative reporting on your credit. So let's say the credit cards you have are in bad shape. They're collections or charge-off accounts. When you go to settle them, they become a settled collection or charge-off account. So it's a new delinquency, and it will drop your score, okay? Normally I would say it may drop your score, but after 16 years of experience doing credit, I can tell you right now, it will drop your score. So you want to be aware of that. There are certain companies that if you pay them a certain amount, they will also issue you a deletion letter to remove it from the credit bureaus. So you always want to ask for that. If you don't get the deletion letter, I wouldn't settle the debt. Matter of fact, if they're not suing you, I wouldn't settle it at all. All right? And that's because there's certain things that they need to look for first. You need to make sure that it's even accurate. If it's not accurately reporting, it shouldn't be there, frankly. All right? So my name again is Manny Moumdjian with Easy Choice Financial. You can reach us on the web at www.easychoicefinancial.com, or you can call us toll free at 888-655-6768, or locally you can reach us at 949-732-1167. Make sure you ask for a credit expert. If I'm here, ask for Manny, okay? Thank you very much. Have a great day.